Hello everyone, this is Bhumika Mohan. In this video, I am going to talk about the research related to software engineering and project management, that is Agile development. So coming to the contents of this video, I am going to talk about abstract, introduction, literature review, methodology, outcomes, and then in the last, its conclusion. So, coming to abstract, the context is technical excellence is a key practice in agile software development that tends to be misinterpreted and understood very poorly. In addition, investment in IT has the ability to improve business performance but is risky, especially at large scales with software projects and typically failing almost half of them, where agile mitigation is trying IBID. The objective is in the study, we aim to explore two research questions that is, RQ1 what does excellence in Principle 9 of the Agile Manifesto mean, and how do Agile practitioners interpret that concept while operationalizing it as part of their daily work? Methods. The first part is a qualitative study using semi structured interviews with 20 practitioners involved in agile work. This data was analyzed through inductive coding and aimed to unpack how technical excellence was being conceived and practiced. The second uses a questionnaire survey of 177 respondents examined by means of partial least squares, that is PLS, to investigate the critical success factors in agile projects. Results are technical excellence is a culture which nurtures continuous learning, sustainable code, and teamwork, driven by leadership, customer buy in, and psychological safety. When focusing on team psychological safety and autonomy, the results indicate that other elements exhibit a strong indirect effect, that is, team capability and customer involvement, leading to success as well as competition with low or moderate strength, that is, autonomy into psychological safety. Last is the conclusion, where it is found out that technical excellence and success in agile development are of a mindset towards continuous improvement and how human related factors such as team capability, customer engagement, and psychological safety interleave with each other. Such findings thus robustly support that people based strategies play an important role in both technical and organizational dimensions of agile development. Coming to introduction, agile software development practices such as Scrum and XP are broadly used in the software industry to make teams agile by responding through iterative development, self organizing teams, and lightweight processes. They are based on the 12 foundation principles of the Agile Manifesto, that is, to develop continuous value to customers and to welcome changing requirements. The principles are vague yet so widely adopted that they have been interpreted inconsistently by practitioners and indeed wrongly implemented. This is why teams should achieve shared understanding of agile values at the outset of development. One principle that particularly stands out is Principle 9 of the Agile Manifesto, which insists on technical excellence and good design but leaves these undefined. Although technical excellence is perceived as indispensable for agile development, there is little empirical research on how exactly such technical excellence is interpreted and implemented in practice. This paper fills this gap by exploring how agile practitioners understand and implement Principle 9 and under what kinds of organizational conditions technical excellence is supported. It addresses three key questions. The first one is, how do agile practitioners interpret technical excellence in the context of Principle 9? The second question is, what practices foster technical excellence in agile development? And the third one is, what organizational conditions enable teams to achieve technical excellence? The findings suggest that technical excellence is a mindset towards sustainable code, continuous learning, and teamwork. Some of the key enabling factors to achieve technical excellence, among others, are given as leadership support, customer involvement, and psychological safety, which enable the developers to have the right space for focus on architecting and continuous improvement. The paper develops critical success factors in ASD. In that direction, it focuses on the human aspects of such as team capabilities, customer involvement, and psychological safety. These factors are briefed on as empirically. Investigations need to be carried out so that better opportunities for understanding their role in driving agile project success are in place. This fills an important piece of a missing research gap regarding ways by which agile development processes and mindsets contribute to technical excellence, aligned both with the agile and the traditional software development practices. Coming to literature review, knowledge based resources assist ASD to succeed since knowledge based resources enhance communication, collaboration, and rapid responses towards change. These knowledge-based resources, the skills and expertise are also said to be necessary forces for creative implementation of agile projects and for acquiring a competitive advantage. The exploration pathways and agile teams towards technical excellence, practices such as continuous integration, refactoring, and test-driven development, culture and organizational elements which need to be put in place to demonstrate a commitment to quality and ongoing learning and mentoring within the workforce to have technically excellent people. The factors involved in people related aspects that influence success in agile projects include teamwork, communication, and styles of leadership. It is of major importance to the development of productivity and project outcomes that an environment of collaboration be created and teams empowered. The human nature of interactions will help optimize agile practices according to research. This type of research addresses the various ways through which information is managed and presented in agile teams. It describes unique information needs that emerge exclusively in agile contexts and presents the role of tools and practices that help promote the information. The paper focuses on designing an information system in a fashion that fits the agile principles so as to provide information on time, hence aid the transparency. This is research methodology, and here it says this research project employed a qualitative approach to explore knowledge-based resources in agile software development, that is ASD. It consisted of several distinct phases. The first phase is the original plan for the research was to design an interview guide. The deliberations were among the authors to frame a relevant research question related to knowledge resources that would be essential for the coordination activities of software development. Interviewers were also requested to comment with a little information without being necessarily restricted to the guide. Phase 1.1, that is sampling of practitioners, is a convenient sampling strategy is used in the study by which practitioners that engage in coordination activities are selected based on a variety of roles and organizational levels within companies in Sweden and Brazil. Altogether, 80 practitioners were interviewed from 5 companies to ensure comprehensive insights on agile practices across different contexts. Phase 2 is data collection, where the data was collected using 30 to 60 minute semi structured interviews. The interview guide was adapted for each role of practitioner, and extra information was supplemented with follow up questionnaires. Interviews were done either on site or by Skype, and data collection lasted from May to November 2018. The iterative nature of data collection allowed for adjustments in questioning based on initial findings, and the third phase was data analysis. Here, the data analysis went hand in hand with data collection, including coding as soon as each interview round was completed. The events and actions were coded first through open coding, which eventually led to categories using Agile coding. The process ended with selective coding so that a core category would be developed, need to change, resulting from interlinks among the identified categories about knowledge management and technical excellence within Agile practices. The fourth phase was ethical consideration, and in this research, they used workshops and semi structured interviews with practitioners in 3 companies to reveal information needs in software development. Data collection and analysis involved exploratory workshops, interviews, and thematic analysis, and emphasized visualization and information requirements. The study considered ethical guidelines based mainly on confidentiality and volunteer participation. The research objectives were clearly communicated to the interviewees, and all of them agreed to have the interviews recorded on audio. Much attention was paid not to introduce bias and not to stigmatize any demographics on the analysis. overall methodological approach is the overall approach was rooted in pragmatism, focusing on practical understandings of real world agile practices. By interviewing practitioners with substantial experience in ASD, the study aimed to derive actionable insights into achieving technical excellence through knowledge based resources. Here is a diagram which shows the phases, that is phase 1 research design, phase 2 data collection, phase 3 data analysis, phase 4 is theory generation, and here is a diagram which represents all the phases. Coming to the outcomes, the paper emphasizes that knowledge based resources carry a core role in the agility management of coordination and communication. The specific findings were reported in terms of contributions towards success and economic value in agile projects. A structured approach to knowledge management should be applied to leverage these resources effectively. In the paper, human related critical success factors that need to be in place to achieve technical excellence in ASD are discussed. The research findings point toward the pillars of collaboration, continuous learning, and adaptive leadership. This means that companies have to support the sharing of knowledge and empower teams to be productive and responsive to change. Identify essential success factors linked to human interactions in agile context in order to investigate the variable of human interaction as an essential success factor. This study identifies that effective communication among different team members, trust among team members, and a supportive work environment are the essential drivers of an overall project success. In the research underlined, interpersonal relationships and team dynamics are often missed in technical discussions. A better outcome in successful agile projects can be attributed to interpersonal relationships and team dynamics. The findings suggest that understanding the information needs in agile teams is very important. The results indicate that clear visualization of information, role based access to the data, and real time updates may have a significant impact on decision making and coordination efforts. The study suggests the importance of good representation of information for better team alignment and an understanding of the purpose behind a project. In essence, all the above research studies overall stress knowledge management, the communication process, and the team support culture of the team workers as basic elements of successful implementation of agile software development. Coming to the conclusion, this research establishes the importance of knowledge based resources, that is KBRs, in agile software development, that is ASD, indicating various forms and strategic management to improve efficiency. Based on a resource based perspective, this study develops the knowledge push theory, which explains how practitioners apply KBRs, that is to say, planning of tasks, resource management, and social collaboration in order to initiate and bring about the desired change to be achieved within agile contexts. Several inefficiencies in the knowledge utilization processes that could lead to potential waste and obstruction are reported to occur in the software development process. The analysis of human related factors suggested that team capabilities and customer involvement are significant for project success and that psychological safety is an important underlying factor. This also involves the creation of an environment where commitment can be generated, which would, as the Agile Manifesto prescribes, help to obtain technical excellence. Besides, thematic analysis of workshops and interviews indicated that proper representation of visual information improves stakeholder communication and satisfy all the different information needs in the development of products. Prevalence for user-centric dashboards that encourage a meaning-making process requires rules-based collaboration to achieve standardized data collection practices. Even though the findings are based on a small sample, they do open interesting avenues for understanding the significance of a holistic communication strategy and visualization tools and agile processes. The future should concentrate on knowledge management outcomes, metrics, and balancing communication styles among agile teams to optimize workflows. Thank you.